Welcome back to Rinoa Reviews, and welcome to the roughest part of Street Fighter Week. Gotta rip the band-aid off that some would say is the Dragon Ball evolution of video game-based movies. I've only had evolution described to me in review form to spare me ever watching that, so I will return that kindness by putting this in review form to spare you from ever watching this. Street Fighter II, The Legend of Chun-Li. Cool Capcom logo I think they may regret using for this movie. I assume this was Chun-Li narrating how her dad had dreams for his daughter to be a concert pianist, but that all changed when they moved to Hong Kong. They moved around for quite a bit, actually, Dad being a businessman and also had taken time to teach Chun-Li wushu. I thought her style was kung fu, but anyway, at night, this businessman comes under attack by Michael Clark Duncan. Oh, that's Balrog. Okay, no face turn this time, I guess. Balrog damn near beating his ass to death by himself before more dudes show up to battle. And he sets his own hand on fire to light somebody else up? What the fuck was this? The first time I saw this, I had to roll the movie back because I couldn't believe what I saw. Young Chun-Li down the stairs, and in comes less than theatrically impressive Bison. But yeah, the businessman and Chun-Li's dad this whole time. Dad Bison agreed Chun to go back upstairs, but she knows shit's about to go down. Her dad's getting taken away by Bison and his men. Flashback to her dad giving her a bird pendant that spins. Foreshadowing! Time passes and Chun-Li is now a concert pianist. She gets a big scroll backstage. She spots some hoodlums beat a guy down. No one else seems to really keen to help this man. Chun returns home. Her mom's not doing too good. To Bangkok, Thailand, Shadaloo Investment Corporation. SIC. Almost. Bison's holding a meeting saying he's taken over all the other businesses. These men refuse and they storm out. That's taboo, according to Bison. Also taboo seen here from the Black Eyed Peas and the all-metal Vega mask. Yeah, even like the whatever that T kind of symbol engraved. It's all metal, no color whatsoever. Just off-screen deaths them all. And Chris Klein is Charlie Nash. Ooh, no. It's Dinkelman. It's Dusty Dinkelman. Dinkelman. They arrive on the scene of the other businessmen being set at the table with their heads in front of them on silver platters. Heads of every crime family. Nash knows who is behind this. Cut to Bison still having Chun-Li's dad captive. But why? Just to continue to taunt him that he keeps an eye on Chun-Li's piano concert with one of those computer sticks for dad to watch? Just tormenting the guy. Next scene at a grave for both Chun-Li's parents, she opens the scroll again, takes it to a scroll shop or something? Like, hey, can you decipher this? Owner mentions, it's a light shining upon you. Go to Bangkok and find Gen. Once a feared criminal, now leads the Order of the Web. The man she helped before with the beginning of the movie, who no one else seemed to... He had a spider web tattoo on his hand, like on the where like that foldy part where the thumb and the rest of the hand, you know, just in the middle of that. That's where the spider tattoo is. She's like, oh, she recognizes that. Okay. In Gangland Homicide Affairs building in Bangkok, Nash lets in on that he is indeed chasing after Shadaloo and Bison as Chun prepares to leave her old life to find Gen, saying her farewells to all the hired helper family had. The scroll mentioning, lose your past and become one with the pulse of the streets. So she's going from riches to rags here. Everywhere she looked, there was crime without any punishment. She seethed, wanting to do something about it, wondering who could protect these people, who is oppressing them. More importantly, a shipment's about to go down for Shadaloo as they prep to control some more of Bangkok, a, quote, white rose that Bison has been waiting over a decade for. Balrog also mentions the schoolgirls here in Bangkok. We'll find her. She finally decides it's time to kick some ass as 4 dudes start beating on an old man. Chun goes wushu on their asses to the point of wiping herself out due to either hunger, exhaustion, maybe a column A and B. But, yeah, she's downed. Web Tattoo picks her up and brings her to the temple. Oh shit, that's Robin Shu as Gen! I first saw him in the Mortal Kombat movie, now he's the sensei. We've gone full circle. He knows Chun's dad is alive, but she needs to lose that anger of hers if she wants to master her ability or whatever. Gen knows this. He once worked for Shadaloo, but he knows if you fight monsters long enough or with them long enough, you become them. So he refocused his assassin ways and started the Order of the Web to protect the weak. I ain't seen much of that. I guess Gen is just one person. He knows Chun's dad was mad connected with any country, and that's why Bison wanted him so bad. Gen knows how to use ki. I guess someone's gotta teach Chun the ki koken, telling Chun to find innocence beyond the anger. Next scene, Chun hits an internet cafe to look up Shadaloo and Bison. She spots a businesswoman who is definitely connected, name's Kantana. Bangkok about to be given over to Shadaloo from the Esperanto Security Company, which is a front for Shadaloo, Nash surmises, bringing the crime rate up. Property values go down as a result. Bison buys up the properties, evicts the people, tears down the slums, puts up shiny new homes for those who can afford. Ava! The next morning, Balrog gets tailed by both Nash and Chun as the White Rose deal is about to go down. And now we're suddenly in a nightclub tailing Kantana? Chun rocking the hairdo, getting her attention with the power of nightclub dancing, bringing her to the ladies' bathroom. Lights on! Chun wants answers about the White Rose. Kantana surmises, oh, you must be Chun-Li. Chun gets her info after jacking Kantana up a bit more, knowing where the shipment's taking place, and fights her way through more goons. Worst spinning bird kick ever. Nash arrives on the scene too little too late, so now they're looking for her too. But none of the people that Nash and this other police girl he's been staking out with named Maya give any answers. Nash again believes, they're protecting their own. As an angered Bison sicks Vega to do some damage, Gen reveals the past he and Bison shared. Bison's parents were Irish missionaries that died in Thailand when he was very young. He was a very sickly baby left just to die, and quickly took what he wanted when he wanted it. He went to a cave with his wife, a cave he learned that could free someone from his conscience. He transferred the goodness of his soul into his unborn daughter.
What?
Yeah, that's why he is evil. Once again!
What?
Anyway, Bison's goons arrive at Gen's hideaway and they fight. Balrog blowing the place up via rocket launcher. Chun seeing the aftermath, believing now she's lost her sensei too. I'm holding out he makes it, but I could be wrong. Chun being chased by Vega through the rooftops. Makes quick work of him too and strings his ass up. Well, that's the end of you. Afterwards, interrogates someone where the White Rose deal's happening as Maya and her whole department's being shut down from orders on high. Shadaloo's connections strike again. Nash wants Maya to stay, but she doesn't. I'm sure she's gonna stay gone too, their movie. Chun arrives at the deal, but Bison and his men are ready and kidnap her too, so now father and daughter reunited. Until Bison shows up saying how her dad's been, quote, the milk of my business. But milk has an expiration date. Kills dad right the hell in front of her. But the classic villain blunder of leaving with Balrog and just having two unnamed goons to kill her instead of doing it personally. Like, you were right there in the room with her. You could have just done the same thing to her. Movie over. But yeah, he does the Dr. Evil. I'm just going to leave her with some unnamed goons and assume it all went to plan. What? Balrog from his limo sees this go down. They give chase. Maybe Balrog knows more than he lets on. I guess he's just happy being number 2. Some people are like that. Why worry yourself about the boss when you just have to be second in command and just do all the cool shit? You want to be the king that sits back or the knight that takes part in all the adventure, sort of thing. And hey, Gen's alive, and the people of Bangkok attack and drive Balrog off as well. Called that. No way you off Robin Shu, Capcom. That's right. Oh, and he's got healing powers too. Chun, getting closer to her key mastery, interrogates the same guy again, thinking, you ain't gonna be stupid enough to double-cross me a second time. She surprises Nash and lets him in on the going down shipment. Hey, Maya's back with more cops. Called that too. Bison starts the fireworks, having the place Nash is staked out at wired to explode. They do make it out, but gunfire goes down. Balrog finds Gen and gets crazy overpowered by Rog. This movie at least does him justice, Balrog's raw strength. Always touted in the games as his punch was as devastating to down an elephant. His gigaton blow. Tells Gen, you don't even know what the White Rose is, and by the time you figure it out, she'll be gone. She? Oh no. Don't tell me. There was an earlier scene where Chun-Li runs into a girl hiding on a boat wondering where her dad is. It's been 2 years since that flashback, as Gen said. Oh no. Gen fights back and gives Balrog the let off some steam Bennett kind of kill from Commando. Maybe freezing him over with the pipe instead? But again, that'll be the end of Balrog. Gen meets with Chun-Li, and yeah, the girl is indeed Rose. Bison has her now, and speaking Russian? Our heroes who followed Bison's getaway chopper tail him back to his lair, and now Bison finds Gen and they fight. And of course, Bison be flexing his weird no conscience gives him vague power bullshit. Bison beats him down. Nash finds Rose. Gen finds Bison? He got over that quickly and beat Bison to where he was escaping to? Is that what you're telling me, movie? Gen is 0 for 2, so Chun arrives with staff in hand to even the odds. Bison keep on hitting with his... I'm hearing little growls whenever he really throws punches or does big-time attacks, so wait, he's a wannabe Sagat too? Ugh. Chun Ki cocaines Bison nearly all the way off, and 180s Bison's neck flying down. Oof. Rose saw it go down, but she's the all good, so I guess she won't do the revenge thing Chun did. Nash tells her, good work, now get out of here, never saw you. Charlie Nash? Interpol? Yep. So Chun avenges her parents and is now part of the Order of the Web. Gen arrives with a tournament flyer, and really, this movie doing the Ryu pronunciation too? That's this movie's sequel bait, and I just watched the lesser of the 2 live-action Street Fighter movies. This doesn't even have much of the costumes right. Vega gets the mask with the veil, but it's all shiny silver metal. Not even a showcase of special effects like that or a tint of this movie that makes it feel like Street Fighter. First movie went all out with it. Kind of goofy, made it memorable. This one played it too safe and not in a good way. So I get some very slim pickings for best character in this movie, but if Michael Clarke Duncan can be the best part of the Daredevil movie, just being the coolest cat villain, might as well have him for Balrog in this. Lays it to the hilt, man. It's Balrog, he's just big, bad muscle. He punches things. Michael Clarke Duncan himself, big, bad, punches things. Yeah. This whole time I was waiting for a face turn so I can point to something in this movie and be like, okay, but this part for my power up, my power on, I don't even have a thing for that. Balrog at least gets the most whacked out death in this movie, too. Worst character? Bison, I guess. He offers up his wife to become soulless because... Why would he care about his daughter unless he plans to turn her or something? I do not get his motivation beyond the whole housing crisis thing. That's just crime slumlord shit. I mean, that I get. Explaining that, I was like, okay, cool. Maybe that's my power on. Again, really slim pickings. I know Vega's an easy pick for worst, but they explain the housing scheme more than he does his whole motive. The movie, again, too seriously to pull the evil for the sake of it. Sorry. Nah, you don't get away with that. Power on, I'll get out of the way first. You're Robin Show when you're in this movie, so take your pity and move on. We'll meet again in a better movie. And then subsequently a not-so-good sequel. Sick of you showing up and shit. The only other thing I saw him in was Beverly Hills Ninja, which was... better than this. You know what? I actually do have something for the power on moment. You might be the worst Street Fighter thing I've ever seen, but you didn't kill Charlie Nash like every other piece of media that does it to him, so... golf clap level, but a power on nonetheless. But yeah, Power Off. I watched this review and scripted like a few months ago. This whole movie is the most... But I didn't add all the power stuff yet. I was thinking like, oh, I can do that for the... But yeah, this movie is the most blah, forgettable thing I've ever seen. At least Alpha Generations had sprinkles of stuff I can be excited about or at least show an interest in. For its 40 minutes, I was like, okay, cool. I couldn't remember a good portion of this movie even after reading for the review, so call me a cheater if you must, but the movie is my Power Off moment. This is Spirits Within level boring. And I don't know if I even want to sit through reviewing that one again. To sit through that movie. That one put me to sleep when I read it. I was like, oh god, how do you do that? There's no hate for that movie. There's no hate for this movie. It's just there. Hating it means I care more about it than this movie cared about itself. Fortunately, for the last 2 days of Street Fighter Week, it can only go up from here. So join me next time when Street Fighter 4 gets released and revives the fighting game genre, along with its collector's edition movie called The Ties That Bind. So until next time, take care and... worst spinning bird kick ever.